the thing that really kept us together was the goal of keeping the gallery together. And it was so that we could show in the best possible way, in a good atmosphere. And I mean, I think that you and I did have, and I don't remember how we voted or how, you know, who did or what happened, but I do remember that, you know, that in a way I was thinking of myself, and that's the only way, to be very honest. I think revolutions are predicated on a self-interest. If there isn't some sort of self-motivation, nothing can be done, even if it's the most
absolutely agree with
dedicated and idealistic. And I think that in your case, it was very idealistic as well. And I think in my case, I did want to see things happen within the gallery for the betterment of the gallery, for the functioning of the gallery as not just a what do you call it, a vanity gallery. And I wanted all these activities and to include other women, to kind of gather other women artists within this space, whether it be in group shows, of which there were a few, and panels and discussions, however we could do it. And I think in the beginning that worked quite well. I first joined WAR, Women Artists in Revolution. And this was a discussion and activist group that separated from Art Workers Coalition. And there was some brilliant women that started this, some brilliant women artists who had been in the Red Stockings, the very radical feminists in the mid 60s. And they were artists, and they saw what was happening in the Art Workers Coalition, and that was predominantly male-led. You know, it was the male artists who dominated these activists and the insurrections in the art world, so to speak. In a very, it was a time of, in the late 60s, there was, the Vietnam War was going on, and there was a lot of money, you know, as there always is in New York in certain circles. They were prosperous times. And there were some very well-known male artists in the group. The most outstanding spokeswoman was Lucy Lippard. She spoke her mind. Yeah.
And Betsy Hess was fairly active in that group.
Yes, she was. And so then these women that had been in these Red Stockings, if I'm getting it correct, the history, they started WAR, Women Artists in Revolution. So when I heard about it, I think I heard about it in '69, I rushed in, you know, and I had been going to art workers in kind of a desultory way. I mean, I had children at home, and I work at night, and I didn't want to lose that time. But with WAR, it was something else. That hit it on the button. Now that couldn't last forever either, and this was both idealistic, and there was a lot of anger in those times. Tremendous anger. I think there's still anger, but it can't be expressed in the same way these days.
Well, that was rage that I think
it was rage, absolutely,
in those days.
Absolutely.
And
I remember going to some of the meetings, and I didn't say that I had a partner and 3 sons at home and a male dog besides. So there you go.